The controversy over the cancellation of Andy López Beltran's visa has taken a new turn, as his uncle, José Ramiro López Obrador, claims that the real target of the United States is not him, but his father, former President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. In this video, I'll tell you what AMLO's brother said, and what developments have placed the Morena politician under the scrutiny of U.S. authorities and media. The Secretary of Government of Tabasco and brother of former President Andrés Manuel, José Ramiro López Obrador, described the cancellation of his nephew Andrés Manuel López Beltran's visa as a political act. However, what stood out the most was that he claimed the measure is not mainly aimed at Andy, but at his father. According to the Tabasco native, the United States would be using the case to go after former President López Obrador. In that sense, José Ramiro compared the situation to what happened during previous administrations. He stated that back then, the United States did not revoke the visas of Mexican politicians because, according to him, those administrations followed Washington's instructions. In contrast, he said that now, the current Mexican government acts with sovereignty and autonomy.
Actually, they want big players, not the small ones. It's political and unrelated to other issues. They didn't do this before. When did you ever see them revoke the visa of someone who was supporting neoliberalism? They didn't do that. Why? Because those were submissive governments. Here, there is sovereignty.
These statements become relevant because they raise the question: is there really a greater interest from U.S. authorities in investigating former President López Obrador? So far, there's no formal accusation against AMLO in the United States. However, in recent years, different journalists have documented investigations, allegations, and intelligence reports that have mentioned the Morena politician. One of the most well-known cases was revealed by American journalist Tim Golden from ProPublica, who reported that in 2010, the DEA investigated allegations about the alleged delivery of around $2 million from organized crime to López Obrador's presidential campaign in 2006. According to documents obtained by the media outlet, López Obrador was considered the main target of that investigation. The agents turned to informants connected to his campaign team and carried out undercover operations. However, the investigation was closed in 2011 by the United States Department of Justice, in a context marked by concern about his possible representatives.
Accusations políticas y diplomáticas.
Years later, another allegation emerged. Journalist Nabel Hernandez revealed the existence of a criminal complaint filed in December 2024 with a federal prosecutor's office in the Southern District of New York. According to Hernandez, the document names former President López Obrador and other members of Morena for alleged ties to a political financing network linked to drug trafficking groups. Among the testimonies mentioned is that of María del Rocío Jocelyn Hernández Jiménez, a detained former official and former Morena operative, who reportedly described alleged irregularities in the management of funds and the delivery of cash for campaigns. Added to these allegations are articles by columnist Raimundo Riva Palacio in El Financiero. The journalist has stated that the former president is facing at least 2 active investigations in the court in Brooklyn, in addition to indirect intelligence monitoring by the CIA related to tracking transfers and fuel tax evasion networks. On the other hand, journalists Alan Fuhrer and Natalie Kitroff from the New York Times reported that U.S. agents analyzed intelligence information about possible contacts between people close to López Obrador and criminal groups during the 2018 electoral process. However, these reports also did not result in any criminal charges against the former president. So now the question is whether the cancellation of Andy's visa is just a measure related to him, or if, as his uncle claims, it is part of a broader strategy that could reach the former president. What do you think? Do you think that the cancellation of Andy's visa could be interpreted as a sign that the United States is intensifying its interest in his father? Share your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and enable notifications.